Good morning everyone. Today I would like to discuss the second unit, hydrothermal coordination. In PSOC this is appropriately video number 10. So this is the short term hydrothermal scheduling. Here let us consider two plants, plant 1 and plant 2. Both are hydro. The first one is hydro power plant and second one is steam power plant. The power supplied by hydro plant is given by PHJ and power supplied by steam power plant is assumed to be PSJ, that is bus number 2. So both are supplying a common load of PD is the power demand. In the short term hydrothermal scheduling, so let us formulate the problem. In the problem formulation, the function is Ft. Ft is equal to sigma j is equal to 1 to j max Nj and Fj, where sigma j is equal to 1 to j max Nj equal to T max, total time period, that is T maximum. So that is the problem formulation. Minimization of the function subjected to some constraints. What are the two constraints? Let us understand. Very first one is sigma j is equal to 1 to j maximum Nj Qj equal to capital Qt, total water discharge. This is the constraint number 1. The second one, P load j minus PHJ minus PSJ equal to 0. P load for the jth interval, PHJ is the hydropower supplied during that interval, PSJ is the steam power supplied at that interval. So total load equal to sum of the generation. So that is nothing but load balance equation. This is the second constraint, where Nj equal to length of the jth interval. So it may be delta T. These are the constraints. The problem formulation is minimize the function subjected to two constraints. The first one is water discharge constraint, second one is load balance equation. Other constraints related to hydropower generation. Let us take the curve. Hydropower is on the x axis, PH in megawatt, and Q is on the y axis, meter cube per second, Q r omega discharge, water discharge. So the hydropower generation flattened curve in the bottom side, after that it is increasing. So therefore the particular discharge power generation is maximum at the valley point. Subjected to constraint, Q minimum is the minimum required discharge, Q maximum is the maximum possible discharge in the hydropower plant. Therefore Qj should be in between these two limits. So Qj is equal to capital Qj, fixed discharge for a particular hour, jth hour. Let us have the jth hour. So delta T is the time period, time duration for a particular interval. So this is the hydropower curve. So power versus discharge. This is most important while considering the coordination. Now let us form the Lagrangian function. Now Lagrangian function L is equal to sigma j is equal to 1 to j maximum that is the interval j is equal to 1 to j maximum intervals. Nj f of psj. So this is nothing but steam power plant functioning. Nj is the interval. So therefore our problem is to minimize the steam power generation for a particular period in order to minimize the cost. The second one is power balance equation, lambda j into P load j minus PHJ minus PSJ is the load balance equation constraint, plus gamma sigma j is equal to 1 to j maximum Nj, and Qj is a function of PHJ, this is the hydropower generation, minus Qt. So this is one more constraint, availability of the water discharge. Therefore this is the second constraint. The function as well as constraints together form the Lagrangian function. Therefore let us have dou L by dou Psk equal to 0, dou L by dou Phk equal to 0. The derivative with respect to steam generation, derivative with respect to hydro generation must be equal to 0, which leads to these two equations, coordination equations, Nk into dFsk by dPsk equal to lambda k. This is the equation number 1. This is the equation number 1. So second one, gamma Nk into dQk by dPhk equal to lambda k. So this is equation number 2. Steam power generation, hydro power generation. For the specific interval of j is equal to k. These two are the required equations. 1 and 2 are the required equations, coordination equations for the short term hydrothermal scheduling problem. This is the solution. If Nk equal to 1, you can have dFsk by dPsk equal to lambda k. Similarly here gamma into dQk by dPhk equal to lambda k. When that is the hydrothermal scheduling when losses are neglected, line losses are neglected. Now let us consider the line losses. When you consider the line losses, load power P load j equal to loss P loss j minus PHJ minus PSK. So therefore load plus loss equal to total generation. This is the load, and this is the generation. Second one is generation. So therefore let us form the Lagrangian function. Lambda is equal to sigma j is equal to j max Nj into f, the function of Psj, plus lambda j into load balance equation or power balance equation. This is the constraint 1. Let us have. This is the constraint number 2, gamma into water discharge equation, second one. Like in previous equations, we formed the Lagrangian function including the line losses. This term is additional. This term is additional, which leads to, now let us get the derivation with respect to derive the expression lambda Lagrangian L with respect to steam power generation as well as hydropower generation, which leads to equation number 1, equation number 2, nk into df by dpsk plus lambda k into dou pl by dou psk equal to lambda k. This term is additional term when line losses are included. Similarly here, this term is additional. So gamma into nk dq by dphk plus lambda k into dou pl by dou phk equal to lambda k. These two are the coordination equations when line losses are considered. Now let us understand the same by using flow chart of hydrothermal scheduling. Now start, let us initiate the values lambda k, gamma, psk, epsilon 1, epsilon 2, etc. So let us initialize the required values for the computer solution or program. Set j is equal to 1, count is equal to 1. Now solve the coordination equations including the line losses. When line losses are neglected, this term will become 0. The second term will become 0. So solve the equations and then check for power balance equation. If it is less than or equal to epsilon 1, find qj, discharge. If it is not so, if it is positive, power balance equation is positive, greater than 0, increment the lambda. If it is yes, greater than 0, decrement the lambda. If it is not so, increment the lambda. If the power balance equation is positive, that means generation is positive, means you need to reduce the power to meet the required demand. Demand is less and generation is more, and hence you need to decrement the lambda with delta lambda. If it is less than 0, negative, that means you need to increase the power generation, therefore lambda must be increased to lambda plus delta lambda. And go to the point here. So let us have, this is the point C. See, isn't it? So find qj. After finding the qj, let us have is j is equal to j maximum, count. If it is yes, go to next step. If it is no, j is equal to j plus plus and go to A. This is the point A. In fact, here also point A must be here. A is also coming here. So therefore, let us go to A, compute the equations. If it is yes, is sigma nj into qj minus qt less than or equal to epsilon 2. If it is satisfying this equation, yes, print the solution and end. If it is no, so that equation, is it positive? If it is positive, reduce the gamma with delta gamma. If it is no, increase the gamma with delta gamma and go to point B. So this is point B. All are coming to here. Solve the equations. This is a very important point in the flow chart. So therefore, it will come to point B. and complete the solution till you will get the satisfied results. Till you will get the satisfied result and print the solution. This is the end. Till that it will get the iterations. So this flow chart describes the computer solution. So you can also take one problem and write the program by using this flow chart. You can write the program and test the results. Now let us consider one problem. A two generating plant system having a thermal power station near the load center, this is plant number 1, and a hydropower station at remote location is shown below in the figure. Remote location at bus number 2. So this is hydropower plant, this is thermal power plant. PSG is the thermal power generation, steam generation. PHG equal to hydro generation. PL is line loss, PD is demand. The system parameters or characteristics are specified as C1 is equal to 20 plus 0.03 PSG into PSG rupees per hour. So omega 2 equal to Q2 equal to 8 plus 0.002 PHG into PHG meter cube per second, and gamma 2 equal to 5 into 10 power minus 4 rupees per meter cube. So all these are the various parameters related to our problem. And the last coefficient B22 equal to 0.0005 and other last coefficient B11, B21, B12 all are equal to 0 because load is located at bus number 1, that is steam power plant. Therefore B11, B21, B12 all are equal to 0. Now determine the generation at each station and the power required by the load when lambda is equal to 50 rupees per hour. So that is the problem. Let us go for solution. Line loss equal to B22 into P2 square. Other terms will become 0 and hence let us substitute the B22. You will get 0.0005 into PHG square. PHG hydropower generation. Therefore, all the way PHG has to flow through the transmission line and hence line losses are expressed in terms of PHG. So therefore 0.0005 PHG square. Therefore dou PL by dou PSG equal to 0 and dou PL by dou PHG equal to 0.001 PHG. 0.001 PHG. So therefore 2 into 0.005 that is equal to 0.001 into PHG. Therefore coordination equations dou C1 by dou PSG plus lambda into dou PL by dou PSG equal to lambda. So now let us have dC1 by dPSG equal to 20 plus 0.06 P1 plus 0 equal to 50. Therefore PSG is the steam generation equal to 50 minus 20 divided by 0.06, that is equal to 500 megawatts. This is solution. So steam generation or thermal generation. Second equation, gamma 2 into dou omega 2 by dou PHG plus lambda into dou PL by dou PHG equal to lambda. So let us substitute the values gamma 2 and dou omega 2 by dou PHG, dou PL by dou PHG. Let us have all the expressions so that you will get P2 equal to 622.38 megawatts. This is the second solution. Hydropower generation. PHG equal to P2. So that is equal to 622.38 megawatts. Now lastly, PL is equal to 0.0005 PHG square. Therefore 193.68 megawatts is the loss. Therefore PD demand equal to generation, total generation minus loss. You will get 928.7 megawatts. This is the solution. Final solution of this problem. So it is very simple. Let us get the terms PL, dou PL by dou PSG equal to 0, dou PL by dou PHG equal to 0.001 PHG, and the coordination equation number CE1 coordination equation 1, CE2 coordination equation 2. By using these two equations, let us compute P1 and P2 are thermal power generation and hydropower generation respectively. After getting that, PL is equal to line loss. Line loss can be computed with the help of hydropower generation. After getting the line loss, you can compute the demand. Demand is equal to total generation minus line losses. That is 928.7 megawatts. So this is how you need to compute the problems or solve the problems in second unit. So thank you.